Hello, guys. Can we just check in the comment box? Am I audible? Okay, cool. So, hello, everyone. This is Tejal Burman, your moderator for today. A very warm welcome and welcome back to the YouTube channel of Google Developers Group, Ranchi. Today, we are excited to host a session as a part of our upcoming flagship event, Ranchi Hacks. Yes, it is a 24-hour hackathon scheduled to place on the 17th and 18th of January 2026. As a step towards preparing you for this hackathon, we have organized a special workshop for you designed to provide a valuable insights and guidance. We are honored for this session is conducted by Mr. Abhishek Raj Permani, who is a machine learning expert, artificial intelligence expert. He's an industrial guide as well as an accomplished speaker, an author, and a mentor too. Today, he will let us through the guidance of a complete hackathon blueprint. He will also tell us how to solve any ML or AI problems and its prototypes with the alignment of demo. So, we're truly grateful to have him with us today. And we are confident about this session will be highly informative for and beneficial for all the participants and the team members as well. So, without any delay, let's continue with some regard more informations and then continue to the workshop. Let's quickly check out to the timeline of our Ranchi Hack schedule. The registrations have already been started from 30th 25 to 21st of December. 21st of December is the deadline and closing of our registration portal. The deadline is coming soon, so if you haven't registered yet, please do join. Other than that, our team formation has already started side by side with the same, which has also started from 30th November 25 to 21st of December 20. Along with it, our PPT submission also has the same deadline as 21st December 25. Our problem statement explainer session has been Our problem statement explanation has already been organized on 7th December 25, which is available on our YouTube channel. You can go back and check on that. The Q&A session has been assigned for 14th of December 20. After the deadline has ended, the shortlisting of the participants will be starting from 21st December 25 to 31st December. Yes, the new year will be good, I guess, after the shortlisting. The shortlisting team announcement will be done on 3rd of January 26th after the New Year celebration. Our online mentorship will also be assigned and it will have a proper session for all the participants and candidates. The online mentorship session starts from 7th of Jan to 12th of Jan 20, and the grand finale, the day which is all about the day which is we are all about. The finale 17th and 18th January, which is the final day, a 24 hours hackathon. Let's quickly check what is Ranchi Hack and what does Ranchi Hacks do literally. Ranchi Hacks is Jharkhand's leading innovation marathon organized by GDG Ranchi, bringing together students, developers, startups, and professionals across India. It offers a dynamic platform for collaboration, creativity, and hands-on learning. Through expert lead workshops, preparatory sessions, continuous mentorship, Google developer experts, and industry leaders guide as well. The event helps ideas to grow into impactful tech solutions, recognized by as the pre-summit event for the AI Impact Summit 2020. Raji Hacks provides national exposure and contributes to India's AI. Let's now jump into what is all about GDG, the Google Developers Group Ranchi. It is the organizer of this impactful event, Ranchi Hacks. GDG is a free, inclusive community of developers Spanish passionate about technologies and modern software development. It brings together students, professionals, and tech enthusiasts from Ranchi and all over to Jharkhand as well. What we do, we learn, share, and collaborate together. GTG Ranchi regularly hosts text talks, workshops, demos, hackathons, and many more. It creates a vibrant environment for skill building and innovation. And mission is to unite the local developer community and strengthen Jharkhand's tech ecosystem. While focused on Google tools, GDG Ranchi operates independently and its activities do not represent Google official. Members can learn more through the global GDG website. Why to participate? What are we offering and why you should come and join our hackathon, Ranchi Hacks? Yes, what it will do, it gives six perks which will surely boost your portfolio, dedicated mentorship from highly guided team member, industrial experts, rewards up to 1 lakh worth plus goodies would be provided and you can be lucky enough to get it. Pan India networking for which we all are here. Best part of being in a tech world, the best networking you can get here. After that, we can get immersive innovation, which will help you to grow faster, build solutions, and enter to the real life problems. After that, the showcase at AIS. These all six are the reasons why you should participate at our event Ranchi Hacks. Let me quickly describe you how to register to our upcoming event Ranchi Hacks. So there's a quick six-step process to join us and be a part. And remember, the deadline is 21st of December. If you haven't registered it, go and do it now. So the description of the registration link is given in the description box. Just have to click on the link and you have to click on register now. You have to sign in using your desired email ID, and fill out the basic details like name, your state, phone number, etc. There will be a cross check information validation will be done, and after that you just have to submit it, be part of our hackathon Ranchi hack. This was all about the registration, the timeline, and the event procedure. If you have any doubts, we are free to connect at you and resolve your doubts on the comment section as well as at our page. So for this amazing workshop which you all are waiting for, we would like to invite Mr. Abhishek Raj Permani, who is the host for today and your guide and an incredible speaker for today. So, without any delay, just let's welcome Mr. Abhishek Raj Permani. Welcome to the panel, sir.
Thank you, Tejal. Thank you so much. Okay, am I audible perfectly?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Perfect. Cool, cool. Okay. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening from wherever you are attending in the world. Um, Hello, everyone. I'm Abhishek. I'll be your speaker for today, and cool. I think we can.
Showcase at AIS.
So we can get started now. In the problem that we are trying to solve today, or the session that we have today, I picked up a very generic session altogether. Like, I wanted everyone who is watching this video, who is attending, will be part of this hackathon, and any future hackathon that you will be part of, you should get a very good insights about how exactly you can solve any machine learning problem, any AI ML related problem, data science related problem. You can solve it all just by being there in this session for next 1 hour at max. Right, all your problems, all your doubts, everything, anything that you wanted to ask me, I will be there till the end of the session, until your doubts are not over. Okay, so yeah, let's get started. So this is me. Let me introduce myself. I'm currently working as a senior ML infra engineer and working as a manager. And I recently got featured with in Times Square billboard. Um, then I have done my bachelor's and master's both from IIT. I am writing a book with AI. Also, I have been speaker at various events, Google events, Amazon events, and at various IITs and ITs and stuff. It's been around 50,000 plus people whom I have guided, and they have made a transition into AI and data role. So, yeah, that is a short introduction about me. I have previously worked with Jaguar Land Rover, Samsung as well. So, yeah, that is short introduction about me. We can move on now to the first thing that I would like to cover, and I would love to interact with you on LinkedIn as well. You can search my name on LinkedIn or just Google my name. You will get everything about me, and we can connect on LinkedIn. I would love to hear from you. How did you like this particular session that we are having? And if you have any doubt, any guidance, any help, I can be and I can contribute in your journey. Let me know that. Okay, now coming on to the problem solving. uh, whenever any problem statement that comes to you in your hackathon, okay, you have to sit back and decide how exactly you need to solve this problem. Now the very first step of solving the problem is to clearly define where the problem exactly is. Like, is it a classification problem, is it a regression based problem, forecasting, NLP, recommendation problem, anomaly detection, what exactly this problem looks like. Then you can translate this particular problem into a business problem, into a hackathon based statement. Now what do I mean by hackathon based statement? See, a machine learning problem, data science, AI/ML problem can be solved by three simple steps. Just figure out the input, then figure out what exactly you want as an output, and then the expected behavior from the model that you are looking for. Just figure out these three small things from your model. So whenever you start solving any problem, figure out input, the output that you want, and the expected behavior of the model. If you figure out these three things, your problem is completely solved. Okay, I would highly encourage. I have been part of a lot of hackathons. I have organized hackathons in my college time, after the college, in my corporate as well journey. So the only thing that I have focused is that I note down where we need to get the input from, how to get the output, and what is the expected behavior we are looking from the machine learning model or the AI solution that we are going to put. So figure out the target variable, figure out the prediction horizon. For example, just a small example. Let's say you want to solve a recommendation problem. Okay, there is a platform, for example, Netflix. Netflix like platform you want to build, and you want to solve the problem based on recommendation system. Like some of the recommendation movies, shows, and everything get recommended on your platform. This is the problem that you want to solve. Now in order to solve this problem, what you can do is you can figure out how you are getting the data. Okay, is the data you are getting in the form of CSV file, you are getting it from some open source like GitHub or Kaggle, any other platform you are getting the data, because these are the general platforms where we have the data, like GitHub, Kaggle, or any other open source platform, or maybe from the client. Like it may be present in the problem statement that you will get in the hackathon. Okay. So once you get the data, okay, your input part sorted. Now the remaining part is output and the model itself. Okay. So we'll be talking about the model and the output. Now, when you get the input data, you need to figure out what are the variables you need to target. For example, you need to figure out what are the movies that you need to recommend. So there will be multiple columns in the data set. Okay, the problem setter will give you a lot of columns, and in general in life we get multiple columns in the raw data that we get. So you need to figure out the exact same columns, the only columns that you require to solve this problem. So let's say for movie recommendation, you would require the movie a particular person with a particular Netflix ID have watched it. Okay, how much time it has watched it, on what day it watched it, does he has completed the movie or not, okay, or a particular show or not, how many seasons he have watched it, okay, how many times he has revisited that particular show or movie. Okay, these things you will get the data of. So you need to figure out what are the important columns. For example, one of the non-important column can be the person name. or the person location. Okay, or it may be person location can be an important one. Person name cannot be, would not be very important one. The other thing can be person phone number, right? Let's say you have these kind of data, so your person name, person phone number is something that is not required. So figure out what are the input variables, what are the target variables that you want to solve that problem. Okay, and once you figure that out, the next step would be to define the success matrix. Now, what does the success matrix look like? So success matrix, for some of you who know machine learning and AI, it is F1 score, it can be accuracy, it can be the error, it can be the latency, or some business KPI that they might have come up, the problem statement have that. Okay, now in the chat I would love to know how many of you have some idea about machine learning or AI, or have worked with machine learning, AI, data science, anything, or even data analysis as well. I'm looking into the live chat, so you can write that in the live chat as well. How many of you have idea on this? Yeah, would love to know that, guys. I can see some people. Cool. Fair enough. Fair enough. Agentic AI. Okay. What else? What else, guys? What else you have worked on? Hmm. Okay. 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 Got it. Got it. Cool. Now, the success matrix, you define the success matrix, whether recommending the right movie is a success matrix for you. Is it the accuracy of the recommendation, the success matrix? Is it reducing the wrong movie recommendation is the success matrix for you? So define your success matrix according to the problem. Then it comes about understanding the constraint. Like for example, the data set might be limited. Okay, the time that you have to solve that particular problem might be limited. Okay, the time complexity in which you need to solve that problem would be limited as well, right? The computing power might be limited. For example, during the hackathon you might be asked to solve that problem. You won't be having that bigger GPUs to train your machine learning model, right? So you have to work according to the open source, or I would say offline based models. Like one of the demo that I have in the end of the session is about the offline uh, GPT model that I have downloaded. Okay, that is Olama. So I will show you the how the offline model can be very helpful in creating an agent. Okay, so we'll be creating the agent in the end of the session as well, and I will be showing you a complete demo. I will be giving you the code as well, uh, for you to look into and create an agent for yourself, right? So all these things, all these requirements you need to gather as the start of the at the start of the hackathon, as the start of any machine learning problem that you have to solve. So convert the vague problem statement into a structured objective problem statement. Again, you need to focus on the vague problem statement would be something they would try to build around some story or something like that. Again, you need to focus on three things: input, output, and the expected behavior of the model. If you figure out these three things from the story they have built around, your half of the of your problem is solved. Okay, just the coding is what you need to do. Okay, cool, great. So we can move on to the next part, where we will be talking about the data strategy. Now, a lot of people, a lot of candidate comes to me asking for Abhishek, where exactly we can get the data from. The very three basic sources of where you can get the data from is, one is Kaggle, another is GitHub. Let's say you want to search for Netflix date recommendation data prediction. Just search for that on Google and just type Kaggle in front of it. You will get the link. You want to search for let's say e-commerce sales data analysis, just type e-commerce sales data analysis, type Kaggle in front of it, you will get the data set on the Kaggle link, right? You want to search, the other platform is GitHub. You can just, instead of Kaggle, just type GitHub, the data set will be available. Even a lot of people who have worked on it, okay, who have worked on it, you can see their code, you can see their notebooks that are present on the Kaggle as well as on a GitHub. Okay, so even you can solve that as well. Now the second thing that comes up is something like, you can figure out some different open source platforms. Okay, like for map I use OpenStreetMap. Okay, so you can use OpenStreetMap, you can use any other open source platform that you have. or getting the data. So figure out some open source platform where you can get the data from, or if not, then it may be provided you by the client or the problem setter or the organizer team itself. Okay, if they are not provided, you have to figure out on your own. One of the options that generally I don't prefer to give to the candidate, but as a last resort, this option can work. You can ask AI model, maybe ChatGPT, Gemini, anything. You can ask them to generate the data set. It can give you a Python code that will generate the data set, and you can work on it as well. Of course, there would be chances of giving low accuracy and not good training. Okay, but at least you have some data to train your model. Okay, so this is one of the last resort. If you are not able to figure out the data set, you are not able to get the data set, you can get it using the AI as well. Okay, but the pattern, the core data has some relationship among the values, right? So that relationship might be gone if you generate the data from AI, because that might be a randomly generated data set. Okay, now again, you need to decide, once you get the data set from any platform, decide what are the additional features you want. Okay, maybe you want some time based features, some ratios, some encoding, some aggregations, anything that you want extra from that data set, you can create that extra feature. Okay, maybe you can combine two three columns. For example, in a data set there is a column of hours, and then there is a column of minutes and seconds. You can combine these three columns and make one single column of time. Okay, so in this way you can do the basic feature engineering or data pre-processing that we call on the input data set that you have. So whatever data you get, okay, you need to sort that data. You need to figure out that that particular data is cleaned. Okay, and that data is ready to be used and put it into the machine learning model. That is something on you. Okay, you need to figure that out. Now if you are not able to figure that out, no worries, just copy 5 6 rows of that data set along with the name of the columns and create a subsample, sub part of the dataset, and give it to the AI model and ask the AI model to apply the pre-processing on it. Don't copy the complete dataset. What candidate, what students do, they copy the complete dataset or upload the complete CSV file on the ChatGPT or Gemini, right? And that will create a problem because it will take more processing time. It will create problems for you. So just copy 4 5 rows. That's enough, or maybe 10 rows if you want. Just copy the 10 rows and give it to the AI model and ask him for the create a complete end-to-end data processing pipeline, pre-processing pipeline, and it will give you. Okay, so this is how you can use AI for doing the first step of it. Okay, and even you can explain AI what type of data you want, and you will get the links for the data set as well. But sometimes, most of the times I have seen the links are broken, so I would suggest you to directly Google it. Better not to depend on AI, at least for the data collection. But once the data collection step is done, for data pre-processing, analyzing the data, cleaning the data, all of these steps can be done by AI. Okay, so you can take the help of AI, but be mindful on applying those techniques. Okay, now there are few basic sanity checks that you need to do on the data that you have got, like class imbalance, skewness, and validation of the data set, and few basic checks about wrong values, wrong input, missing values, all these things. Just do a basic sanity check on the data set. Ask AI to have this integrated in your data pre-processing code as well, and get these sanity checks done. Okay, now once you have get the data set, the next step is just to divide the data set into three parts: training, validation, and testing. Once you divide the data set, generally the ratio that we keep is 70/30. That is, we use 70% data for training, 30% for testing. Again, depending upon the problem, you can make it 80/20 and stuff. Okay, so it depends on you. Now the validation data set, you can take 10%, 20% of the data set. You can apply validation methods and try to validate the model on the validation data set as well. Okay, from that 80% or 70% data that you are taking for the training. Now, once the data set has been split, try to apply data cleaning. Already you have done. So prioritize the high impact features, create a simple EDA check, distribution, correlation, target relationship plots, and try to do some basic analysis of the data. Now, once the analysis is done, you have divided the data set, you are all ready for the next step of the pipeline. So moving on from here would be very easy step, because this is something that AI can definitely help you a lot. Okay, and this is where the actual challenge begins. Okay, see, getting the input data was one thing. Cleaning the data was another thing, but deciding how the workflow will be there is something that requires your experience. Okay, requires someone who has some idea, who has got good idea, and would require a mentor at this point of time. Okay, so this is the place where in Rachi Hacks we will have our mentors in place, where you can ask mentors about the model to pick up, the workflow, the pipeline that you need to set up, okay, and anything that you wanted to perform, right? So we have a great mentors at Rachi Hacks. So you would be loving their guidance that they will provide you at this very important step of the hackathon. Now, here in the Python workflow essential, what are the few things that you need to do? You need to create a clean folder. Okay, prepare a very clean uh, folder structure of data, notebooks, source, models, output, and stuff like that. Okay, keep one main notebook for experimentation and one for the final results. Okay, ensure that you can reproduce whenever you require those configuration. You can reproduce that. Okay, I would suggest you to start working on Git. If you don't have idea on Git, I would highly recommend you learn some basics of Git. Okay, so that you can start building your project from Git right away. Okay, because if your project is on Git, you are, let's say, a team of 5 people, so 5 people together can work on a single project, okay, and can push your code. You all can create your own branch and work on different parts of the project independently. Okay, so you can all discuss and have a same place. Okay, so start with a GitHub profile. Okay, start creating a GitHub profile, start creating your Git repository, and distribute Git repository among all your team. Okay, make it private. Okay, remember that, don't make the Git repository as public, otherwise some other team who is solving the same problem might get your code. Okay, so do make your repository as public, oh sorry, private, and distribute in your team only, give the collaborator access to them. And yeah, you can of course use the OpenAI API key as well. If you see that there is a need of the API integration of OpenAI, of course you can have the OpenAI API as well. No, GPI, Gemini is not compulsory. You can use any other tool, preferably Gemini or ChatGPT. But again, you can use any other tool on that. Okay. So once that particular part is done, okay, you have a proper folder structure set up in your GitHub. Okay, your Git repository looks very clean. You have the data at the data place. Okay, you can push the train data, training, validation data, and testing data separate in the separate folders in the data column. Okay, now what you need to do is you need to do the rapid feature testing. Okay, just test out the feature. What are the features that are important? Okay, what are the features? Final check on the features. Okay, and like modular helper functions, create some basic modular helper functions which are doing some calculation, mathematical calculation, or any other pre-computation that you require. Create those helper functions for that. Okay, the basic libraries that I would suggest you is NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn. These are the libraries that you can use for all the analysis purpose, analysis visualization purpose. So use these libraries very frequently in your helper functions. Okay, try to give as much precise prompt as you can give to Gemini or ChatGPT. Okay, and use the sklearn for classical ML. Use PyTorch or TensorFlow only if you require, because that would cost a bigger computation time. Okay, so try to use Google Colab notebooks, okay, for that, to have sample data cleaning pipelines and data processing to be done in there. Okay, so Google Colab notebook is something I would prefer you to have it on initial stages of the machine learning model building. Okay, and you can integrate sklearn as well. You can integrate PyTorch and import them and use it there itself as well. Okay, so once your model is ready, your model is trained on the notebook side, then you can use some other tool, maybe VS Code, and divide them in a modular format like .py files. You can have it in that sense as well. Okay, but initially you can, in order to practice, in order to, what we say, start early, start quick, and fail early, like that. Okay, you can get started with the notebooks for now. Okay, then save the intermediate outputs that you are getting. Okay, avoid recomputation of things. Okay, try to save the machine learning model that you have built. Okay, now moving on, once you have done all of these things, your pipeline workflow is completely ready. The next part or moving on from this will be where we will be talking about model building um, stage, or we will be looking into how we can exactly create a model. Okay, now this is the part that something AI can very deeply help you. Okay, don't ask AI to suggest a model, like to give the final model. Ask him to compare the model for your problem statement, explain him the problem statement, explain him the data set that you have taken, and then ask him to take the right to give you the right model. Okay, but here I want you to take the understanding, the help of AI, but not use AI. Okay, see, you are in the hackathon, AI is not in the hackathon, right? You are participating in the hackathon, so just keep that human instinct in your mind. Okay, we are still the creators of AI, right? We have created AI, not AI has created us, right? So remember that we are more intelligent than AI at any point of time. Okay, so you need to remember that it's not always 99% accuracy that AI will give you the right answer and it will give you everything perfectly. No, of course not. It will get stuck in data cleaning, it will get stuck in data pre-processing, data, even data collection, it will fail. Okay, and model building, it will fail, it will fail to do things right. The only good thing that you need to use AI is to generate the data, is to get the information out of it, so that you can use that information and solve the problem. That is the only aim of AI that you need to keep in your mind. Okay, and the rest all, you need to gain as much as knowledge, as much experience you can get from AI, and complete the hackathon in the given time. Okay, that should be your aim, guys. Okay, now in this model building blueprint stage, start with some baseline model. Okay, a very simpler model. For example, if it is a classification algorithm, start with logistic, start with KNN, start with some other basic classification model. If it is regression, start with some linear regression or some basic model. Linear regression would be very basic, but yeah, start with some other baseline model to be accurate. Okay, then move on to the neural network, deep learning based, NLP based complex models, if you think need or requires, right? But start with a baseline model so you can set a performance reference. Okay, like your model performance, whatever model, higher model you take, that performance should not be less than this particular performance. That is what you need to make sure. Okay, then choose the model based on heuristic, like if it is a tree based for tabular, CNN for images, transformer if it is a text based problem, right? So decide and use it. Yeah, I always there is one doubt that I always have an issue in searching for good and free API for hackathon. Okay. Hmm. Sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, I'll be covering that. I have that in the slide as well. Yeah. Just give me few more slides to reach there, and you will have the answer for those things. Yeah. I will tell you the names of those free APIs if you want for different problems. Okay, now once you have the baseline model in place, okay, avoid over engineering at these initial stages. So what happens? Candidates try to over engineer things at this stage. They try to make the baseline model perfect model, right? We don't have to stick to the baseline model. We are anyway not going to submit this model for the final hackathon submission. Okay, we are not going to solve a problem with the basic baseline model. We need to move to the higher model at any day, right? So we will be moving to that. Okay, so just don't over engineer at this initial stage, because I know you get when I was a student, I generally get very excited when I see some output, I see some accuracy, some reduction in the error. I also used to get fascinated by that, or some beautiful visualization and stuff, right? But we need to understand that we need to solve a problem, and the problem can generally solved using the higher end machine learning models. Okay, so we need to reach at that stage at least. Okay, so let's try to solve that. Okay, making your current solution or baseline solution the perfect solution is not going to give us anything. Okay, remember that. Cool. Now, avoid light hyperparameter tuning or grid search, random search, okay, with small ranges. Okay, avoid doing hyperparameter tuning with light ranges. Okay, apply regularization parameters, apply early stopping, apply feature pruning, these kind of methods. Also monitor the training versus the validation gap. Okay, that can give you the idea about the problem of overfitting, right? So understand the problem at this very stage. It is very important for you to understand the overfitting, the underfitting, and these kind of machine learning problems, class imbalance, all these problems, this is the right stage to understand these problems and identify whether your model is one of them. It is getting overfitted, is it getting underfitted? Okay, then look for a solution. What is the solution for bringing a model out from overfitting and underfitting? Okay, and then figure that out. Okay, now now once you are done with the model, we can move on. Let's say you have trained the model, you have done everything perfectly. Now the time has come. Okay, the time has come to evaluate your model. Okay, now in order to do the evaluation, okay, now in the model building stage, I'm not talking about to we have talked about to cover the baseline model, to start with the baseline model and keep trying on the higher end models as you feel, whether it is solving the problems of underfitting, overfitting, class imbalance, and all these problems. Okay, solving those problems, move it to the higher end of the models. Okay, and once you get to the higher end of the models, you will find out that the accuracy or the whatever matrix that you have selected will start going a segment way. Like it is not increasing, neither decreasing a lot. Okay, even after you keep on changing the model, keep on twisting, changing the hyperparameters, it is not going anywhere. Okay, so this is the perfect time to conclude that you have find the best model for your machine learning approach. Now it can be done using an API, it can be done using an agentic approach, it can be done using a GPT based model. Okay, you need to select that, you need to figure that out. Okay, best for your model. Okay, and once you are done with that, you need to evaluate your model. Okay, now this model evaluation is very very important step. Now this is the very right time to go back to the problem statement and figure that out. What is the model evaluation parameters? Is there any parameter mentioned there? Is there some accuracy mentioned there? Is there any metrics that will be checked by the judges when you present your problem there to them? Is there any parameter they will ask you or there is mentioned in the problem statement? So go back to the problem statement, figure out, is there any model evaluation or metric that or KPI that you need to look into? If yes, then include that in the model evaluation. If no, then figure out what are the KPIs, what are the metrics, what are the model evaluation techniques that you need to apply for your current model. Okay, so figure that out in this particular very stage. Now selecting the evaluation metrics is aligned with the that aligns with the problem type and the judging criteria. Okay, so you need to you have already figured out the problem type: classification, regression, NLP based, text generation, agentic based, whatever is the problem statement, you have figured that out. You have figured out the judging criteria, so this is the right time to select the evaluation metrics. So according to that, select the evaluation metrics. Okay, perform the error analysis, like false positive, false negative, uh, true positive. Figure out that matrix completely, figure out what is the matrix that is important to you, what is something that you need to reduce, what is something that you need to focus on. Okay, or figure out the edge cases as well. The anomalies, the edge cases is what you need to figure out as well at this very moment. Use some cross validation technique only if your time and the data allows to do that. Okay, now this is very important time to compare the models. Okay, compare the baseline model with the different models that you have taken. Okay, now if you have idea about a tool that is called ML Flow, that is freely available, so you can use ML Flow to compare your different models. Okay, at a very beautiful UI interface. Okay, it helps you compare model on different parameters. You can have a beautiful visualization and tools and everything on ML Flow. On single platform you can compare your 10 different machine learning models that you have tried, all the with all the parameter, all the values, everything listed in the UI place. Okay, it is very easy to integrate. I want you guys to integrate that in your GitHub code repository, and it will log, it will check all the metrics that you want to check. Okay, even when you do the training, it will log all those training data set as well. Okay, so use ML Flow as the tool. Okay, to have it for model comparison. Okay, for model evaluation analysis. Okay, so visualize confusion matrix, visualize ROC AUC curve, visualize residuals, prediction plots, and all these things. Okay, and prepare a good insight slide as well. Now, because what happens, let's say there are two possible cases from here. Let's say you find out that your model is very good. Okay, or you find out that your model is not performing that great. Okay, now let's take a scenario where your model is not performing good. Okay, or you are not getting good evaluation metrics, evaluation results that you expected, or that is mentioned in the problem statement as a benchmark. What you need to do, go back one step back, select the right model, check. There are 2 3 problems that can happen. Either you have selected a bad data, or you can have not done proper data processing or pre-processing. Okay. Third, you have selected wrong or not very important target metrics, target variables, I would say. Okay, the target columns that you have selected are not that important or are not that good. This can be one thing. The last thing can be you have selected a very basic model or some model that does not perfectly aligns with the problem statement. So these are the 4 5 possibilities where you can be wrong. Or search, the last thing but not the least, search for any problem related to machine learning that is happening, like overfitting, underfitting, class imbalance, or any other problem, anomaly detection. Look for all the problems that are there in the machine learning, and does your model, does your data set, does your analysis predict or has this kind of a problem? Okay, please remember, these kind of problems can hamper your accuracy or can hamper whatever metrics you are trying to trace, whether it is RMSE or any other metrics. Okay. Yeah, model selection is very crucial, as someone mentioned in the chat. Yeah, so you need to be very aware about model selection and be very accurate on the model selection. So once you have selected the model, once now talking about the second case where your model evaluation is in the good category that you can see on your screen. So if your model is in the good category, congratulations, you have like almost 90% there on for to submit your problem into the hackathon team, right? You are almost there now. Something, the time would be something around 18 or 20 hours. There would be last 3 4 hours that would be remaining. You would be in an adrenaline thrust that okay, I need to submit the project in remaining 3 4 hours. Your model evaluation has completed, training is completed, you have selected the best model. Now this is the time to push the launchpad and submit your problem statement. Okay, but this is the problem that most of the candidate do. They submit this particular statement, they submit the raw code to the judges, they submit the raw code to the organizers. And this is why I have been talking a lot about deployment side. You Just to tell you a stats, 90 or more than 90% of the machine learning models that are trained right now on some of the data set, they are not they are not able to reach to the deployment stage. And I want you guys to reach to that deployment stage, because see guys, you need to understand most of the things that you are doing. Okay, today AI might not be that good as you doing those things. Okay, but there would come some time where AI is becoming close to what we are doing right now in remaining previous steps. Okay, it can come close to that. Okay, so but there is one stage where we are still very ahead of AI, and that is deployment stage. To think of the right deployment tool, to think of everything, and this bring us and we can move on to the deployment side of the thing. Because once you submit the raw code to the judges, raw code to the organizer, you don't have anything to present. Okay, the best presentations that I have seen, the best demos that I have seen in the hackathons are the one who are working live, who the models that are deployed on some app. Okay, deployed on some platform, whether it is AWS free tier platform, it is Google cloud platform, GCP. Okay, I would prefer GCP, so you can prefer GCP and deploy a model on GCP, deploy your model on any other deployment tool that you want. Okay, but deploy your model, guys. Organizers will be there, mentors will be there to help you throughout your deployment process as well. We can guide you where you can deploy your model, how you can deploy a model, how to make your model look alive as well. Now, in case of model deployment, where there is very one important thing that people miss, and that is making a UI. Okay, see, if your model is something, if your problem statement requires UI, I would highly encourage you to make a UI. See, UI making is not something you have to do on your own. If you have a web developer in your team, that's great. He can create a UI. He can work with AI and create a UI within few minutes, I would say, right? A basic UI, a basic Flask based or a basic Streamlit based UI will also work. Okay, I will show you the demo and I will show you the basic UI that I have created from AI. Okay, and I have done nothing on the UI side, but still I was able to integrate that UI with my machine learning model and add that too at very ease. Okay, but I since I have the UI, so I can show you in the demo. If I don't have a UI, if I have a my model is giving 99% accuracy in the notebook, it is of no use to me, right? I can't show it to judges, I can't show it to my mentor, we can't discuss in the team, we can't test it out at various models, like at various inputs, right? So that is um not as good a submission solution, I would say. Okay, don't submit a raw solution, a raw code to the organizer. We are not going to run it, we are not going, the judges are not going to look into the code. Okay, what we are going to look into, a good UI, right? Something that is deployed, whether it's a web, whether it's the app, whether in the form of anything, right? A local host working UI will of course work with us, right? You will see in the demo that I have created a UI that is working in the local host, my local PC, and I have recorded the screen and showing it to you. I can create a better UI. I could have deployed it on GCP, Google Cloud Platform, but I have not done it. Just wanted to show you that even at this stage of my career, even at after so many years of experience, I still create basic UI that work on the local host. Because it saves my time, it saves my input, it saves my I can input anything, I can get a quick output. Okay, if it is on the local host, I don't have to worry about the latency. Okay, so all those things I keep in mind. I don't have to interact with multiple tools, right? So it saves my time, right? But again, if you have some time, upload it on GitHub, upload it on Google Cloud Platform, deploy it there, have it create a link that all the judges can open in their mobile phone or in their laptop. Everyone, other even competitor team can look into your UI. Okay, make it something like this. Okay, cool. Now talking about the model evaluation, select the define the deployment, like something usable or demoable. Okay, not full production end-to-end CI/CD pipeline is not something I'm saying, but wrap your model in a fast API or a fast endpoint. Okay, expose the predict API with the minimal inputs. Build a simple UI with Streamlit, Gradu, HTML, CSS, whatever you want to use, but build simple UI for your project. Okay, and use a local or a lightweight cloud deployment like GCP or your local host. Okay, if you need. Okay, focus on the end-to-end flow, guys. The input of the UI should UI should give some input, should take some input. Okay, the model should be working correctly. The trained model that you have connected with the UI should be working correctly. It is trained, properly trained. It is the best model that you have in the background, right? And the output that it is showing on the UI, it should be very clearly visible. It should convey the message that you want to take. Okay, and then the explanation is what you need to prepare. Maybe you can prepare a slide, maybe you can just have it on the demo. See, preparing a UI and preparing a PPT, right? If you prepare a UI, I have seen 99% of the time creating a UI for me is easier. It saves my time, it saves my energy than creating a PPT, right? For example, this slide that I have prepared, it took me around 1 to 2 hours to prepare this complete slide. But the UI that I prepared for my demo, it took me 5 minutes. Okay, so imagine the effort that it goes in UI. But when you see the UI, you will feel much better because I can send you the link, right? If I have deployed it on Google Cloud Platform, I could have sent you the link, right? I can send the link to all the judges and they can upload the images or whatever text, or they can interact with the GPT model or API integration that I have done, and they can easily do it. Okay, and it gives a very high impact. It adds point to you as a team, right? Participating in the hackathon. So these are some of the platforms that you can use. You can expose the predict API with the minimal input, and ensure that your demo works offline and online. This is very, very important, because what happens, it might be working in your system, it is not working in your colleague system. Don't do it like this. It should work in all your systems. It should be working offline or online. With minimal dependencies as much as possible. If it is working online, absolutely fine. You will have the access to internet in the hackathon, in the Ranchi hacks. So you don't have to worry about that. But yeah, if it can work offline, it would give less latency. Okay, you know that. So your latency time, your response time of your UI would be less. Okay, so try to build it offline. Okay, and try to do it right. Okay, cool. Now we can move on to using the AI tools and the agentic workflows. Okay. Uh, Now I would try to take some of the questions that we have. Yeah. Which ML model should beginners start during a short hackathon? Any basic machine learning model, linear regression, logistic regression, KNN, K-means. Okay, these are some of the basic models that you can start depending upon regression or classification task. Start with the basic model, take it as a baseline model, and set your benchmark of your performance. That's it. Okay, so this is what you can start with. Yeah, of course, we prefer the Streamlit based UI. If you have, that would be great. Yeah, of course, you can ask your mentors to that they will suggest you about the UI that you can use, where to deploy it, how to deploy it. Okay, of course, mentors can help you in that place as well. We all will be there to help you. AI agent should be able to explain a certain problem statement that you aim to develop. Yeah, yeah, it can help you again, but you have to be mindful, as I mentioned. Now, using some of the AI tools and agentic workflows. Now, if your problem is more on the agentic side, it is more on text generation or on these side of things. Using AI assistant tools for code generation, for debugging, for boilerplate, it is of course something that you can of course try. Okay, there is something called auto EDA tools that are there that can help you quickly understand the data set. So you can use auto EDA tools as well. You can also use auto modeling tools for your baseline model comparison. You can use the auto modeling tool as well. Okay, try to run as much parallel experiments using multi-agent workflow. Okay, try N8N, LangGraph, LangChain, and all these tools to have to build the agentic workflow. Okay, and design the agent for data preparation, modeling, evaluation, and reporting. Okay, but again, if your problem is not agent based, okay, don't jump into building an agent. Okay, see, a problem needs to be solved. Okay, how it is solved, you have to decide. Okay, how much less time it will take, you have to decide. Okay, don't make it something like it is getting solved, or it looks good that it is solved, right? But it is actually not solved inside, right? Getting my point, right? So it should not be the case the you have built an agent that is doing pre-processing, data collection, model building, and all these things, but actually the problem statement was to get a good accuracy. Okay, so don't make it like that. Okay, design the agentic workflow. Of course, you can do that if you have time. Okay, if your all the preparation are done. Okay, for the model submission, and if your problem statement is about agentic AI, or is about agent AI. Just because your next team or some other team, or it is fancy to use agentic AI, don't do it for that. Okay, try to solve the core problem that you are facing, and that is mentioned in your problem statement. Okay, don't pick up any random thoughts from anyone and try to just to make it that it should look showcase ready. The problem should be actually solved rather than making it showcase ready. If you bring up, let's say I am a judge in the hackathon. So if you bring up some problem that you have tried solving, you don't have a UI, you don't have an agentic workflow, but you have a good accuracy by a model. You have done a lot of pre-processing, a lot of models you have tried, ML flow, and all these tools you have used, and you have done a good work, and you have got good accuracy. I would be more than happy, right? I would give you more marks rather than someone who has not got good accuracy but has built an agentic workflow just for the sake of showcase, right? So please be precise on that. Okay, it is ultimately the hackathon problem that we need to solve, right? Not in order to showcase the solution that we have used. Okay, your aim should be to solve the problem. Cool. Now, treat AI as a force multiplier. Okay, not a replacement of thinking. This is very important, guys. At this point of time, it is very important to understand this, right? Treat AI as a force multiplier. Okay, don't replace it. Okay, for your human thinking. Okay, iterate faster for delegating the repetitive tasks to the agents. Okay, remember few things like that. Now this bring us. I will cover your doubts on API side. Don't worry, I'll give you the name of APIs as well. Okay, so don't worry about that. I'm not going anywhere um, without solving your doubts. Okay, this was just one part of my presentation. We will now move on to the demo that we have, and the model that I have created, agentic model that I have created. Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. Please do.
Okay, so the question for you from my side is, sir, how do you usually do when you are personally stuck on some project and you don't know the next step? So how do you move forward with that? Like
Yeah.
if you personally, at this stage also, you might be getting stuck in
Mhm.
some.
Mhm.
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 So how do you do that?
Hmm. I'll tell you, being a data science manager as well, I regularly get stuck on my daily life, right? We all get stuck at some point of time because the times are changing, the things are becoming more competitive, the things are becoming not, they are not very repetitive. Okay, whatever needs to be repetitive, they are already automated. Okay, in the industry right now. So whatever we are solving is something that is new, right? Now, in order to tackle that, what I do is the very basic thing that I do, I go on to ChatGPT, I go to Gemini. Okay, I type Gemini, hey Gemini, this is the problem that I'm facing. Tell me the possible approaches to solve it. Okay, I don't ask for the solution. I ask him for the approaches that he can give me. Okay, he give me, let's say, 10 approaches, or let's say 5 approaches to do it. What I now my task is, I ask him to I look into the approach, I ask him to detail each and every approach. Then I try to see whether this approach has been followed by someone else or not. So I'll try to Google that approach. Okay, on Google I just copy paste this approach, and see are there any GitHub repository or Kaggle or anywhere, any research paper or something that solves this particular problem. Okay, like recently in my last organization, we were solving a problem on with European Space Agency. There was a project on European Space Agency, we were solving that problem. So these are very novel solutions that we need to work on. Okay, so they come up from research papers, already existing code doesn't work, so research paper, more books, and all those things comes into the picture. So my general approach is to um, a very three simple very steps. One step, figure out whatever is present on internet. Using AI is the best tool. Gemini you can use. Then Google it, like find a particular approach. Once you have decided, like, okay, this is the approach that you can go for and this looks good to you, Google it, figure out what other people have done on this approach. Okay, and the third step is try to come up with something novel on that side, right? We can't replicate that approach in the industry directly.
True,
Okay,
true,
so
sir.
figure out like what is something that we can change in that approach and use it.
That was good to hear, sir. I'll also try to copy that approach.
Sure, 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 sure.
Okay, sir. Let's move to the next slide, I guess.
Yeah, we have the demo now, so let's move on to the demo. Yeah, guys. So if you see here, guys, on the right hand side, there is the GDG agent that I have created. You can see on the local, it is running on a local host. And this is the GDG agent. I have given the name, the beautiful UI. On the left hand side, you can see there is a draft folder that will interact with. Now, what is the tool exactly? What it does, it is a prompt driven tool. Okay, it is not another chatbot that we have. Okay, so what I needed to do on this is, I want, let's say you want to create a LinkedIn post. Okay, so it will create a LinkedIn post for you, and it will not just give you the content, it will create a file of that, having the content of that LinkedIn post. Okay, you can see I typed on create a LinkedIn post on AI, and it is the agent is right now thinking. Then on the left hand side in the draft folder, you will see a file will pop up that will be having the content for your LinkedIn post. Okay, then you can see it is generating the LinkedIn post content. It has saved into the draft folder, and now you can see this is how the file looks like. Okay, so this is the agentic workflow, a complete AI agent that I have built. Okay, now you can ask him to open as well. It is not just for creation, it can do multiple tasks. So I have asked him to open this particular draft as well. So I'm not touching anything. So you can see here it completely opens the file as well. Okay, you can ask him to close the file as well. Okay, you don't have to close the file as well. It is an agent, so it will work for you, right? Now let's pick up on any other topic that you want. Let's say create a post on let's say data science, right? I'm by mistake writing a wrong spelling. Okay, because I want to show you that this is all agentic workflow, right? It is working just like Google Gemini, right? But at a very smaller scale. It is very less parameters based model, right? You can see it has created another LinkedIn post for me having the content on it in the same place. And you can again ask him to open it and it will open for you. If you ask him for close it, you can close it for you. Okay, so this is the complete. I have given the short forms here as well for you to quick access as well. Okay, you can list all the draft. If you type list all the draft that you have created, it can create, it will give you the list of all the drafts, all the LinkedIn posts that it has created for you, right? So this is what the agentic workflow, an agent, AI agent can look like. Now this is the code of the there is agent.py, app.py, index.html, that is the basic UI. Now all this complete code is uploaded on my GitHub, right? You can access that from GitHub as well. I will tell you the GitHub repository link, okay? And you can open it here. You can see GDG agent, and you type my name and GDG agent. You will find this Git repository. You can run it. I have updated the README file that has this demo video, as well as it will have the way you can run this model on your own as well in your local system. Okay, and you can design it. I have designed it for LinkedIn post. You can design it for any multi-purpose that you want. Okay, so this is only one specific agent that I have designed, because I designed it, what, like 30 minutes or 40 minutes I created this agent, AI agent. Okay, so you can create, if you have more time, you can create it for multiple use cases that you want. Now if you integrate that with the LinkedIn API, if you provide them with the LinkedIn API or credentials, it can post on your behalf as well. It can post on your LinkedIn as well on your behalf, or your Instagram, or any other place that you want. Now moving on to the slides again, you will see that this is how the UI was looking. Now in the UI, if you observe, there are some on the below, just above the text, where the space is there, type a command for GDG agent. um, there are some already written prompts that I have kept. You can select that prompt as well, and it will do the end goal for it. Okay, or there are some options basically that I have given. You can type your command as well, or you can type the from the options as well. Okay, both the things work. It is not like an if else statement, right? It is a proper model, right? It is a proper generating GPT model. Okay, so yeah, so this was the UI. Moving on to the other part, this is the first prompt that created a LinkedIn post. You can see that we typed in for sorry, creating a LinkedIn post for announcing my agentic AI demo for GGD students, and it created an agentic. So the model, how the agent works, it first start thinking about what it need to does. Okay, then it is been trained on a lot of data, right? So it gathers all that data information, and it try to create a model. It try to create a content, just like, for example, if you type on Gemini that okay, Gemini, give me some content on agentic AI. Okay, it will first give you the content only, right? But Gemini will stop there. It will not open your local folder, and it will not copy. It will not create a file, then copy the content that it has given in the LinkedIn, and it will not post on the LinkedIn for on your behalf. But this particular model that we have created, it actually does that. And I'll tell you how easy it is. Once you see the code that I have uploaded on GitHub, you will see how easy it is to create this model. Now moving on, this was the first prompt that created the LinkedIn post. Then you can see the output that we have got on the draft folder. Okay, basically the complete content of the LinkedIn post was copy pasted there in the form of txt file, and you can just add a LinkedIn API into it, and you can integrate that, and it can post you on your behalf on LinkedIn as well, right? Yeah, so moving on from the output, here is the place where you can find it. Okay, don't worry, everything will be shared uh, to you, okay, on your WhatsApp group as well. Okay, so you can be active on the WhatsApp group, on your Discord channel as well. Okay, everything, that all the demo and everything will be shared on those channels as well, right? Okay, moving on. This is what I have used. I have used the local LLM run machine. I have downloaded the Olama model, the Llama 3.2 meta model. It is a lightweight reasoning model that supports the tool use instructions. Okay, it runs locally on your CPU. Okay, so you can perfectly train it and on your CPU, and you can use it for your own purpose, right? It is a local machine. It does not require API calls or no cloud dependency, nothing like that. Okay, it works completely offline. Okay, so the demo you just saw, it was my live demo that I did, that I created, that I recorded as well. It was completely offline. There was nothing. I was not connected to internet as well. Okay, So this is how it was, and this is what we have used. Now moving on to next. Yeah, so I think that was pretty much everything I wanted to cover, guys. Okay, now it is all, I'm all yours. I'm happy to connect with you on LinkedIn. I'm happy to you can tell me about this particular session, you can tell me about any other problem that you're facing in your career, you want to transition, anything you want from my side I can contribute into. We can get connected on LinkedIn. I'm here to help you out. You have a great mentors, you have a great team at GDG Ranchi. You can reach out to those people as well. They are lovely people. They are uh, they will definitely guide you on every aspect that you want. Okay, please be part of um, the hackathon. Okay, we are very excited to have you all in the hackathon. Okay, in Ranchi Hacks 1.0, and please be part of it. And we will be working as a, we will be helping you as mentors, as speakers, as judges, wherever it is possible. We'll be trying to help you in all the formats in your getting your best experience in Ranchi Hacks. Right. Cool. That was all I need to cover. Yeah, Tejal, I'm all yours, guys. Please ask me
Yes,
doubts. Yeah.
that was an incredible session, sir. Let's just move on to the comment section once. Is there anyone there is facing any kind of issues? Let's just have a look there.
Yeah. Sure. People are asking how to register. Yes.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
I'll definitely
That
tell
is,
them.
yeah, that is the most common comment I can see. Like now they are excited about the hackathon. Great, great. Good to see that, Ento. Okay, I'll pick up the doubts from the chat, guys. You can post your doubts in the chat. I will be covering. Okay, the first very common doubt that you were asking, multiple people asked in, like free APIs for hackathon and AI projects. Okay, there is a lot of free APIs are there. Okay, GitHub API is there for repository data, commit analysis, and all these. Kaggle dataset API is there. Okay, depending upon what API, what you want to use that particular API. Open Meteor API is there, NASA Open API is there, World Bank Open API there. OpenStreetMap is something that I have used very rigorously in my Jaguar Land Rover experience. So you can use OpenStreetMap API as well, right? So there are a lot of free APIs that you can use. Hugging Face in inference API is there. There is a free tier for that. Okay, Google Colab has it free API, right? Streamlit, MLflow, LangChain, AutoGen. All these are a lot of free APIs are present. Okay, free data sources. If I could tell you, right? Kaggle, GitHub. I told you. Google Dataset Search is also there, right? You can use that as well, right? And yeah, free deployment tools. Uh, GCP free tier, Streamlit, yeah, Docker local. These are free deployment tools. Yeah. So these were the doubts that you were asking. Now, in order to start from the doubts, okay, yeah, we can meet on a Google Meet, of course, after the live. Yes, we can meet multiple times. Don't worry. Okay, cool.
Sir,
Um,
someone asked that how useful are LLMs like Gemini, ChatGPT, and hackathon projects? Like how much beneficial it is.
Hmm. Yeah. So it if you, there are two perspective of looking into it. If you want to look it from problem solving perspective, of course they are very helpful for starting from the right scratch of the pipeline, understanding the problem statement. They can help you getting the initial data. They can help you. Gemini can help you in that. Then finding the right model, comparing the various models. Of course, they can help you finding the right deployment tool. So there are complete, all the data science pipelines can be, you can take the help of them. Okay, see, taking the help and letting them think and you sit back relax is not something we need to do, right? We are humans, we are more intelligent this. Okay, we can do what he cannot think of, right? We can implement that. So this is what you need to have in you. Okay, and if you use AI with that commitment, if you use AI with that mindset, of course you can use AI throughout your hackathon. Okay, and it is no way that you have to stop at any point, right? You can use AI freely at that, if you have that mindset. Okay, but hackathon is for you guys to grow, to network, to enjoy, to learn a lot. Okay, to come up with us, be the part of this community, and join us, and yeah, we can grow together. Okay.
Someone asked like, what if they can't find a proper approach in middle of the hackathon? Like when we are stuck on a problem and can't find a proper approach in the middle of the hackathon. So, guys, sir already explained that. Go and take help from the AI and find approaches and go for the real life incidents happened along with it. And, sir, anything else you would like to add on that?
Yeah, of course. We as a mentors will be there as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mentor list will be declared soon by the team, so we'll be helping as a mentor. There will be a great mentors that will be ready for you to help in that as well. So yeah, you can take the help from the mentors if you are not able to stuck at any place. Yeah.
So, there's one more question like, can we use Jupyter Notebook instead of Google Colab?
Okay. So there has always been a discussion between Jupyter and this Google Colab. Why I prefer Google Colab throughout my journey as a data scientist, senior data scientist, a manager now. So I have preferred Google Colab because the UI is always any day better. Um, the ease of use is better. I can initially they gave a option of I'm having some problem. Yeah, my notebook is giving some error, so there is an option of searching it on Google as well, right? So I don't have to copy paste the error and search it on Google, right? They give me you the direct link that is very appropriate. They set the tokens and everything, and they give you the best searchable link now, right, in the right just below your error. Okay, so that these are some of the benefits. Of course you can use whatever you want, but yeah, I prefer Google Colab personally. I have in my notebooks, I have like some like 200 300 notebooks on Google Colab created in my local system for my work. So yeah, I prefer Google Colab, but yeah, you can use anything, whatever you want. Yeah, no hard thing.
That was pretty much, I guess, about the question. So I would like to take a leave from you, sir. Like that was very incredible. It was amazing having you on the panel. I hope everyone's doubts are clear. Like the chat responses are amazing. They are all thanking you for this amazing session and workshop. Hoping to meet you on more sessions like this in collaboration with GDG Ranchi.
Sure, Tejan. Of course, yes. Same here.
Thank you, thank you so much, sir, for your time and efforts.
Thank you, guys. Have a good day. See you in the hackathon. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir. Well. That was all about our this workshop. I hope everyone enjoyed and collaborated well. And thank you so much for the comments. I hope all your doubts are clear. If not, don't worry. We are already bagged in with some another workshops coming in the following weeks. Don't miss that. And we promise you to come with more such workshops. And remember, this live video is published on YouTube. You can go back again and watch it if you have any kind of doubts. And we have till now we have arranged two workshops. The first was a problem statement explainer by Mr. Vikas Shukla, organizer of GDG Ranchi. And this session has been conducted by Mr. Abhishek sir, which was all about AI and ML. So these two sessions are also available on the YouTube. You can go back and check out the videos if you have any doubts, any kind of doubts. So, let me quickly get you on what is Ranchi Hack. The last minute updation for you all, and then we are ready to leave. So, Ranchi Hacks 1.0, the one of the Jharkhand's largest hackathons, built to inspire and power the next generation of innovators. Do you know the prize pool? The prize pool is about worth up to 1 lakh. Offers students, professionals a high impact platform, turn ideas into real solutions. Participants can choose from excited domains. It is open as AI, ML, blockchain, and Web3, and IoT and hardware even. Gaining hands-on experience, a master class mentorship and exposure along the way. Whether you are a beginner, eager to learn, or a seasoned, built, ready to compete, Raji Hacks 1.0, the place to collaborate, challenge yourself, build and innovate, and make your mark in Jharkhand's growing tech ecosystem. With that, we come to the end of this video. So, if you have any doubts, don't forget to connect with us and be tuned for our next upcoming sessions coming in the following week. So, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to GDG Ranchi. For more follow ups notifications, do press the bell icon and you'll get the notification. With that, GDG Ranchi for this video signs off and we'll meet you soon in the next session in the following week. Thank you so much.